Hi guys, welcome back. So today I'll be showing you guys how I do a normal Saturday makeup look tutorial. If you'd like to see how I get this look done, then please keep watching. Okay, so as you can see, I've already done my eyebrows. It takes a lot of time, so that is why I don't add it onto or into the video. I will have a segment where I show you guys how I do just my eyebrows. Today it looks a bit different. I think much better than any other days. I'm not sure why, but I have mixed three products. So I've used a brown powder, just 3/4 of the inner corner of the brow, and then I've used gel eyeliner halfway through, I think in brown, and then just a bit of a black liner above the brow. I think it actually looks nice today. The next step, or what I'd usually do, is, so I've already cleansed my face and applied a primer. Another option that you could do, I've tried the Nivea, I think it's the post shave for men. That also works very well as a primer. So maybe if you don't have a primer, then that is one of my suggestions for you guys. Okay, so now I'm thinking, I think there's different I'd like to show you step by step how I go about doing my makeup routine, but it changes every day. So, for example, I would apply the setting spray first and then the foundation, or I'd apply concealer first and then apply the foundation. So it all depends on what I basically feel like. This is a bit of the concealer that I use to carve out my eyebrows. So that is why it looks a bit white just above the brow. Obviously I leave the concealer below the brow once I'm done. But that is why there's a bit of a two-tone shade on my face. Okay, so this is basically the kabuki brush that I use. I bought this at Edgar's. Okay, it doesn't have any codes or the names. I just know that this is a kabuki brush. Okay, it's actually a short one. It was not more than, I think, 60 rand at Edgar's. So if you guys wanna purchase this, then I would suggest you go to Edgar's. So what I do is, okay, so I use the MAC Studio Fix Fluid in the shade NC44. So I apply the foundation, or rather, I think I'll start with my eyeshadow. If people were to ask me a step-by-step video tutorial on exactly how I do my makeup every day, I will not have a step-by-step because it changes, I think, depending on your mood. that's how my lips are dry. That's how you basically do your makeup. So, like I said, we'll start with the I'm wearing maroon, so I don't want to go overboard with my makeup. I think I say that in all my videos, yet I still go overboard. But anyway, so this is half of my makeup palette. Selwyn made it full, and this is what's left. As you can see, there's nothing in this what do you say? So the foundation, the eyeshadow fell out of this section. I can't remember what color. Oh yeah, it was the black. Okay, so this I bought at Discount. It wasn't more than 100 rand for, I think there was 3, 6, 9, 12. So the other half is also 12 shades of eyeshadow. I think this is, I've got a few palettes, but you know, like with clothing and with shoes, there's always that one item that you like, and this palette is basically what I like. So what I would do is in the crease of my eye, okay, this brush is called Kala. I also bought at Discount for not more than 70 rand. Okay, if you can see, this is how it looks. So I think 99% of the time, if I have to go into my crease, this is the type of brush that I would use for my crease. And I basically just apply my eyeshadows according to the color of my outfit, I would say. I wouldn't necessarily, if I wore pink, I would wear pink eyeshadow, but I think there'll be a touch of pink somewhere, because I'd like to, there needs to be that color coordination thing going for me at all times. So you will notice that, or you'll find a common trend, a common thread in my videos, that I use natural tones within the crease of my eyes. Okay, at short courses or at beauty courses, or you know, they'll teach us that when you're doing a day makeup, you should have only 3 colors, medium, dark, and then light. If you want to be technical, and yeah, then you can go according to that, but I love to play around, so I break the rules when it comes to makeup. So yes, so I'm using the brown, so I dab a lot of product onto the outer corner of my crease. Okay, and then applying some more product onto the brush for my left eye, and then I just dab an equal amount of product onto my outer corner of my left eye. Okay. For it to be even, you just need to make sure that the shade is equally dabbed onto your eyes. Especially if you feel that sometimes you want to finish the one eye, and then once you've done everything, you'll move on over to the other eye. That is why it's important that you make sure that you apply equal amount of product onto both eyes. So I prefer to apply my eyeshadows on both eyes so that I am 100% sure that there's enough product on both eyes. So then, with the same brush, I would just go back and forth, applying from the excess product on the blush. Okay, so I'm not going to apply more product onto the brush, using from a bit from the product that you've already applied onto your eye, because obviously you don't want the intensity of your inner crease as much as it is on the outer crease, if that makes sense. And then you do the same on the other eye. And that's basically how you go about doing it. Now, because I like the effect of it's like a type of a darker shade and then the lighter shade, or a bit of a smoke onto the eye, what I do is I go back into that same brown and then I just dab it onto the outer corner of my eye again. Just to give it a bit of depth. You know, you don't just want to apply the eyeshadow onto your lid and that's it. This is a bit of contouring on your eyelid crease and the brow bone. So I'm sure you can see the different shade of brown. It's from the same palette, from one particular shade from the eyeshadow palette. The difference is you focus a bit more on the outer corners of your crease, just to make it a bit darker. And that's how I prefer to do my shadow. Okay, so like I said, I'm going for a brown look with maroon accessories. So I'll incorporate a bit of those tones onto my lid. this is a palette that I got as a gift. Okay. And as we know, shimmery eyeshadow is not really advisable because it's day makeup. We are told that in order to look natural, to have a matte look, we should stay away from shimmery or shiny makeup effects on our faces during the day. But like I said, sometimes all those rules are a bit unnecessary. So I'll be using a bit of 1, 2, and 3 to get a maroonish shade. What you can also do is apply the product onto the brush. Oh yes, before I forget, so this is also a color brush, eyeshadow 313, also at Deskim. Okay, so this brush is nice if you'd like to just pack on a bit of shadow onto the lid. Okay. Yeah, so as I was saying, so if you want a bit more product, you can always apply the shadow onto the brush and then spray some Fix Plus or setting spray onto the brush, and then obviously you can get a bit more product onto your eyes, and it's a bit more shimmery or more pigmented. I'm not in the mood for that today, so yeah. As you can see, the eyeshadow is not spread out. It's basically, it's got a dead end or a dead stop just there. So what I do is I'll just go in with that same brush that I used to apply it, and then just take it out. Just do the same with the other eye. Okay. So then obviously there's no dead stop or dead end there. It has been shaded out. So yes. Then usually I would use the same brush that I use for my brow. And where is it now? So I've got this funny thing where I've got all my makeup products and brushes, tools, whatever, placed on my makeup counter, and then when I have to do the makeup, then everything disappears. Okay. So I basically just wanted to show you what I use for my wing. But seeing that I can't find it, and I've got a big box on the same counter, and I'm not in the mood to scratching there now because it's a disaster. Okay, so from the same brand, Color Applicator 530 at Discount as well. So this is the brush that I would use to apply my wing with shadow. So now I've discovered that instead of using a gel liner, or you know, one of those the smoky liner by Essence, instead of using these, you know, my biggest problem, I think your wing and your brow is like the most important step of doing your makeup, because it requires time, it requires patience, it requires accuracy. Okay, so when we find that we are not in the mood like today, you got more control with eyeshadow, forming your wing, or you know, just a normal eyeliner line basically. So I've discovered that this works perfectly. So I would use the same palette and use the black shade. Okay, so just back enough on there. And then, you know, because basically you form a line with this brush and shadow, but sometimes you can, you know, if you want a smoky effect along with the brown smoke, you can always smudge everything. Let's say you apply your liner with a gel liner, okay, so then it's that thin accurate line. But sometimes you want a smoky eye, then you can use this afterwards and smudge that eyeliner that you've drawn with the pencil or with the kajal or with one of those sticks. But this is like a two-in-one what do you say, two-in-one movement. So you draw the line and you smudge it at the same time, and it works wonders for me. So what I do is I would always start on the from the outer corner of my eye into the inner corner of my lid, and that's how I create a successful liner. So depending on how high or where you'd like your wing to start, that's obviously where you will draw your line. And what I meant with the smoke was, so as you can see, it's thick enough, and then what I do is immediately I form smoke. So that's what I do. And then I'll do the same for the other eye. So that's basically what you do, ladies. I think that's very simple. You've got much more control over the brush than the eyeliner, because you know, once you make a mistake with your wing and with that gel liner or the liquid one, even worse, then you basically have to wipe everything and redo it. So this is perfect for accuracy. Okay, so then obviously you'll find that the smudging, so if you're not happy with the smudging basically, then you can always just go in with the brush and just smudge it in. And then after this, you can decide if you'd like to apply the liquid liner or just leave it like this, because then it's basically done. Okay. So what I found with the liquid liner, if you apply it before the mascara, it actually hardens your lashes, or it dries it. Then the mascara application is not as wonderful as you'd want it to be. So I apply my mascara immediately after the eyeshadow liner. So this is how I would apply. This is the same mascara that I use. This is the Triple Black Mascara by Essence. This is the only one that I use. If I find something that works for me other than this one, then I'll try it. But for now, this is like my holy grail. I don't always apply lashes, just because mine is long enough and this mascara makes it thick enough, so it's a good combination. But when I do have time and I want to go overboard, then I'll do the lashes. And I would apply, so as you can see, the first few times I would apply my mascara the normal way, and then once I've applied, when I feel that I've applied enough mascara the normal way, then I would do it this way, pointing my eye. I don't think I've done a segment where I've just done my eyeshadow like today. So this will be the first one where I just show you how I do my shadowing. Let me know what you think of my brows, because I'm liking it or loving it. Let me know what you think of the way I have done my eyes. Please comment down below, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Usually I would apply more mascara because I love it thick. I love the lumps and the clumps and the bumps on my lashes. But I think for now that's good enough. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment down below. I'll see you next time.